top team in the country survive a trip to the Sunshine State? That's what we're going to take a look at on this edition of Across the Board with Jeff Grant here at SBRforum.com. Wednesday night college basketball action, ACC play. The Duke Blue Devils going on the road to face the Miami Hurricanes at the Bank United Center. And the Blue Devils opened up as an expected road favorite. 2.5 and 2s in the market favoring the Blue Devils, while the total has been the real mover, 126.5 to 128, which I think is a signal that the Blue Devils may be the right play. I'm about to tell you why. The Blue Devils have split their 2 games since losing forward Ryan Kelly, one of their key contributors, one of their starting 5, to an injury. They lost an 84-76 decision to the NC State Wolfpack in their first game without Kelly in the lineup, and they were 1-point road favorites in that game, and that was their first true road game of the 2012-13 campaign. Even though this team was tested away from Cameron Indoor Stadium and playing some tough non-conference battles on neutral floors, but this is only their second true road game of this season. They did bounce back from that defeat, picking up a 73-57 win over Georgia Tech as 14.5-point home favorites, and the Blue Devils have owned this series. The Hurricanes haven't been much of a basketball program over the years, especially since joining the ACC, but they've really come alive the last 2 years. But the Blue Devils are 15-3 all-time in the series, and they also have revenge on their side. They dropped a 78-74 decision in overtime last year. They were 12-point home favorites in that game, and Reggie Johnson, the center of the Hurricanes, who will be out for this game with an injury, really dominated the paint in that game. 27 points, 12 rebounds in 35 minutes. But when you look at the past performances of last year of the schedule of the Blue Devils, who did they have on deck before that game, after that game against the Hurricanes? And that would be the North Carolina Tar Heels, a North Carolina Tar Heels team that was one of the better teams in the nation last year. Not the case this year. Of course, the Hurricanes have already beaten the Tar Heels during the 2012-13 campaign. 85.8% of Duke's scoring this season has come from its starting rotation. Of course, Kelly was a major part of that, but this team does still have some punch in its offensive lineup, and that is the second highest percentage of any team nationally. But they are facing an opponent that doesn't get very many points from its reserves as well. The Hurricanes have only received 158 points from their second unit, any bench scoring whatsoever, and 73 since Julian Gamble joined the starting lineup 8 games ago, and also he's been in for all 5 games without Johnson in the lineup. Johnson's been missing since the Christmas break. When you look at Miami, there is a lot to like if you're looking to play the home underdog. They are 13-3 overall, but they have trailed in 10 of their 13 wins this year. And when you're going against a Coach K and the top-ranked team in the country that's used to playing in these high-profile games on national television and ACC play, it's going to be very tough if they get down in this game to go against the likes of Duke. Also, I don't like the fact that the Hurricanes shoot 66.6% from the free throw line. That number has even dropped in their last 5 games, even though that they've won all 5 of those, 63.5% from the free throw line. I think the key to this game that a lot of people aren't going to handicap is foul trouble. I think the Hurricanes are more likely to land themselves in foul trouble more than Duke, because the Blue Devils are used to playing with a short rotation. They've been doing it for years. They haven't been very deep over the last few years, and Coach K knows how to give his team a little break, his key players a little rest in key moments of the game to keep them fresh. And the Blue Devils have not played that much basketball after a hectic start to the 2012-13 season. It's really slowed down. This is only their 3rd game since January 8th. So this short bench without Kelly, the short rotation, should be okay, should have enough in the tank, and Coach K should have a game plan without Kelly to attack one of the better defenses in the entire country. Key player in getting the Hurricanes in foul trouble is Mason Plumlee, the forward. He leads the ACC with 11 double-doubles. So I'm going to pick the Duke Blue Devils -2 over the Miami Hurricanes as my official pick on Wednesday night. This has been Across the Board with Jeff Grant here at SBRforum.com. For any further information on this game or any other on the college basketball board, it's one of the bigger boards of the entire week, you can follow me on Twitter at Jeff Grant Sports.